Hi, welcome to JC Best Schools International Senior Secondary School English Language E-Class. I hope you're ready for today's class and I hope you have your writing materials with you. Now if you're ready, let's go. Alright, today's topic is going to be on consonant sounds, and our focus on that consonant sounds is fricatives and affricates. That's our topic. Our subtopic again is fricatives and affricates. Is it familiar? Are we conversant with these sounds? Yes, we must have seen this or done this in a junior secondary or even SS1 or other classes. Yes, this is because they form a very vital aspect of the English language when it comes to pronunciation. And don't forget, one of the easy parts of the English language in terms of pronunciation are the consonant sounds. So, let's roll. What is expected of us today at the end of this lesson? We should be able to articulate, that is to pronounce the sounds. We should be able to articulate the sounds. B, give words with them using their spelling symbols. Give words with them using their spelling symbols. And then also identify them in words. The most important part of this lesson is A and B. A and B, including C. But when it comes to examination, C is the most important part. When it comes to NECO, WAEC, or any other external exams where you have to identify sounds and give words with them, then C is very, very important. So I need you to pay attention to every one of these objectives. Now, listen to this video and listen to how the sounds are articulated carefully. Once again. All 9 of those are called fricatives. Fricatives. Now, hear them. As in fan, as in van, as in thin, as in them, as in sea, as in zoo, as in shape, as in measure, as in house. Can you pronounce them now? After me. Once again. All of these, again, are fricatives. Now listen to this other set of 2 sounds. As in church, as in judge. Again, after me. Alright, these are the fricatives and affricates, symbols and sounds, as you could see from that video. Now let's look at them one after the other. Now the fricatives, as earlier said, are made by squeezing air between a small gap in the mouth as it leaves the oral cavity. Meaning there is a partial obstruction, there is a partial outflow of the air from the oral cavity. And there are just 9 of them. As you can see on the screen, we have 9 of them. The first is followed by V, followed by D, followed by S, followed by Z. The next, Sh, N, J, and then H. These are the 9 fricatives in the English language, and these are made in 5 positions of the mouth. Please do take a very close look at this diagram by your right on the screen. Now you can see the sets of these sounds have names or classes, and the organs, which is the state of articulation, are also written above the diagrams each. Now look at the f and v. We know them as labiodentals, and they involve the pronunciation. They are involved with the use of teeth and lower lip. You can look at them carefully. The diagram shows you how the sounds are. The diagram shows how the sounds are articulated. Again, can you look at the next set? The dental. The tongue goes in contact with the upper incisors. All right, and then can you see the alveolar? The tongue comes in contact with what? The alveolar ridge. And then look at the postalveolar, and finally the glottal sound. The tongue allows the passage of the air more than every other sound there. Now this is how these sounds are articulated. Once again, take time to look at the diagram, study them properly, and then learn how to pronounce the sounds using the audio given to you earlier on. Now, let's look at them one after the other critically. The fricative sounds are divided into 2 subclasses, the voiced and the voiceless. When you say the voiced, we mean that they are pronounced with the voice added to the air. All right? That is to say, the vocal cords vibrate when you pronounce these sounds. That's why we call them voiced fricative. Examples are v, d, z, j. Please always watch my mouth when I pronounce the sounds, okay? Now, the next set is the voiceless class. And they are f, s, sh. When you pronounce these things, you please hold your vocal cords region of your neck and place your hand very close to it and pronounce the sounds. If the vibration, it means the sound is voiced. But where there's no vibration, it means the sound is voiceless. That's how we know voiced sounds and voiceless sounds. Now, looking at the fricative spelling symbols. What are spelling symbols? Spelling symbols are letters representing sounds and words. Remember, what you see in words are letters, but what you hear in words are sounds. This is how we differentiate spelling symbols from sounds. Again, letters are spelling symbols because we see them, we spell them, we write them, but when it comes to listening, we are dealing with sounds. So what are the fricatives? The first there is f. It has various spelling symbols such as f, letter ph, letter ff, and letter gh, as can be seen on the screen. F as in far, far. Ph as in physics, physics. Ff as in staff, staff. Baffle, you have staff, you have raffle and co. And then gh as in laugh or enough. Right? The second is v, as in save with letter V, of with letter F. That's the only word where you find letter F pronounced as v, of. So you don't say the man of God, you say the man of God. And then you have Stevie. Now you go down to the other sounds, you find it with TH only as spelling symbols, the TH only. And then you have where you have letter S as in sir, letter C as in race, cell, letter SC as in science, letter X as in tax, letter SS as in access. Now, all of these spelling symbols S, C, SC, X, SS give us what we call, what we pronounce them in words. But remember that these spelling symbols can also give us different sounds. These same spelling symbols can give us different sounds, so don't get them mixed up. Okay, look at the Z, fricative, Z, right? It's possesses spelling symbol of Z, S, ZZ, X, and SS, as in the words zoo, Z, zoo, z, rise, z, rise, z, boys, z, bags, z, birds, jazz. And now you have example. Now, especially when you find X with between two vowel sounds, the X is usually for the Z sound. So this word is not example like people pronounce it. It's pronounced as example. Can you hear this in X? Example. And then you have exam, exhaust, exit. And then you have possess, not possess, is possess, possess. The first SS gives us the Z sound. Now moving on to the right with the sh sound, you have sharp, chef. Good. We have words with CH where you have sh pronounced and not just ch. So this word is not chef. And I also heard some people say champagne. It's not champagne, it's what? Champagne, machine, all right? Chassis, and the rest of them. All right, chassis. And then we have pressure, sugar. Then I also have mention or pension, all right? Mansion for letter S for sh. You have notion, emotion, you have schedule. Now this word, for the Americans, they pronounce it as schedule. But for the British, which is probably is basically our role model, we pronounce it as schedule. Schedule. For the Americans, it's schedule, but we pronounce it as schedule, with spelling by SCH. Now we have nation. All right. And then we have j, as in beige or beige, and we have Asia or Asia. We have pleasure. It is my pleasure. Measure two cups of, not measure. Measure two cups of. All right. Seizure. And then finally we have which can be found in letter H and letter WH, as in head, hospital, hand, and co. And then WH as in whole, whore, and as in whom, whose. All right. But we have words with silent H. These include words like hour. Some people still pronounce it as hour. No, it's not hour. It's hour. And then say ghost. Say 12 hours. 12 ghosts. All right, where? No, we're here. Is where. We have honest, not honest. No, honest. Also, you have honor. Yeah. You have heir, not hair. Say heir to the throne. Say I am a heir. No, it's not a heir. I say I am an heir to the throne. I am an heir. Ghastly. Now this word also vehicle is popularly pronounced as vehicle, which is wrong. It's not vehicle, it's vehicle. Yeah, can I hear you say vehicle? Yes, it is pronounced as vehicle. All right, now let's go on. These are the those ones we just looked at are the fricatives, and then we're looking at affricates now. Affricates. There are just two of them. Look at the diagram by your right hand side, and then you should be able to know how these sounds are pronounced or articulated. Now you can see that the teeth are apart and the tongue is closely contacting the alveolar ridge, right, with force. Much more than when we pronounce j and sh. These are different. Now, how do we pronounce this? Say, we know that the affricate consonant sounds are made by starting with the plosive. Yeah, the plosive. What are plosives? We say plosives are sounds pronounced with total obstruction, total blockage of the air. While the fricative, as I earlier said, have partial obstruction of partial blockage of the air. So when you bind them together, you have a kind of stop and release mechanism. Okay? All right? Again, you have a stop and release kind of mechanism. That's what we find in affricate, and that is what we are looking at today. There are only two of them. Ch as in choose and j as in jed as seen on your screen. All right? The ch is a voiceless affricate consonant sound. It is pronounced only using the release of air. Again, there is no vibration for it. You touch your vocal cords again are pronounced ch. There is no vibration, so it is voiceless. While j, if you pronounce it again and you pronounce j, feel vibration of the vocal cords. That makes it what? Voiced. All right. What are the spelling symbols for this affricate? What are the spelling symbols for this affricates? Again, spelling symbols are letters. Don't forget that. All right. Ch, We have CH, we have TCH, we have T, and we have, T. Now, let's look at CH as in chain, cheese, choose, patch, TCH as a catch, match. Now, don't forget, not all the words with CH will give us sh. Remember, we talked about the fricative sh. Yeah, it has CH as in machine, chef is different from this ch. So try to contrast them in your pronunciation. And then we have T as in, now listen, when you find T between S and ION, then the T is definitely going to be pronounced as ch. So some people will say, question. Do you have a question? No, it's not do you have a question. It's do you have a question? Ch. Not question. Question. All right? That's why we pronounce this word digestion, not digestion. Digestion, combustion, and many more. All right? So gestion. And then you have gesture, nature, feature with T pronounced as ch in them. Remember, not all the words with T will give us ch. Now we look at it, final sound there, which is j. Found with letter G, found with letter J, DG, D, and even CH. Yes, let's look at them. We have agenda for letter G, agenda, huge, gene. Now, let's compare with the other sound, J, the one that looks like 3 for the affricates. J. Now, J also has G as spelling symbols, as in the word jury, 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 as in the word gigolo, as in the word prestige. Now, for the J there, bearish, the J there gives J sound for the fricative. But for the other words I just pronounced earlier on, like this agenda, G, they give us J, as seen on the screen. Now we have letter J as in jar, Jude, June, jest, jog, letter J as J. But there is a word with letter J without that is not pronounced as J. I'm sure you're going to find it out. It's part of my work. All right? The task I'm going to give you. Now you have DG as head, hedge, dodge, bridge, gauge, etc. And then you have D as in soldier. Now, listen carefully. When you find U coming before or coming after letter D, letter U coming after letter D, and the D is in disyllable or polysyllable. Remember we said disyllable are words with 2 pronounceable segments, like prepare to. Okay? Disyllable, polysyllable, polysyllables more than 2 pronounceable segments, like recommendation, recommend. These are polysyllables. So when you find U coming before after D, and the D is in poly or disyllables, the D is mostly pronounced as J. So we don't say education, we say education. Yeah, can I hear you say education? So you don't say teacher, educate me. You say teacher, educate me. All right? It's education. All right, more words we have gradual, you have graduate. Yes, say I am a graduate. I am gradually coming to the end of the class, G. Okay, and then you have CH as sandwich, or even the word spinach, spinach, the word you pronounce spinach, S-P-I-N-A-C-H. The word is spinach. Although you can also pronounce it as spinach, but it's also spinach. Okay? So go to your dictionary to find out all this I'm giving us. Alright? June, you have JJ Hajj, and then we have spelling symbol DJ as in adjust, adjective. The D and the J combine together to give us a sound J. You don't have different sounds. So you don't say adjust. No. You don't say adjective. No. The D and the J combine together to give us J, as in adjective, adjust, adjourn, etc. All right. So these are the fricatives and affricates, as we were earlier told we're going to discuss. Remember we said at the end of this lesson we should be able to pronounce the sounds and then give words for them using their spelling symbols, as we have seen, and then we should be able to identify them in words each time we see words used. Now, that is our lesson. Now, look at this assignment. Please, you have to send your answer to the code on your screen on Google Class. Please, that's where the work will be marked. All right? Now, look carefully. Understand the questions before you answer. Understand the questions before you answer, because you lose your marks when you answer wrongly. All right, with this, we'll call it a day. And I say, we'll see you next time on the same channel. Ensure you do your task and send to the right platform for assessment. And when you have issues, please send your questions to Google Classroom and or Zoom where we meet. Do have a great day. Bye. Thanks for watching and learning.